Hello and welcome back to my channel. So we have been watching Boys Planet over on Patreon. My goal was I have a month and a half until KCON where I'm going to be seeing ZEROBASEONE. So let's try and get through this, but we had Queendom Puzzle and so many other things to do that it just didn't happen. I got to basically the first elimination episode and I'm calling it quits. So I'm at this point, I'm getting on a plane in 6-7 hours to go to KCON. I'm going to be seeing them in person. So as long as I've stayed away from spoilers with this group, I only know Ricky as the one to actually debut. He was the only one that I got spoiled on. I thought I just need to check out the MV because I'm literally going to be seeing them perform in person. And I mean, the secret's out, basically, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to look at the list right now, finally. I don't even have strong attachment to too many of these people quite yet. I'll probably only be able to recognize a few of them. I had some strong inklings of who I thought would make it and who I really wanted to make it. You always think the ones that are getting a lot of screen time are obviously in the strong running. And Matthew, I think our Canadian boy, he was always a big one for me. Hanbin, I always assumed was going to make it into this show. So let's just let's look at the lineup real quick. Yeah, Hanbin made it. Matthew made it. There's Ricky. Somehow I remember that name. There's some names I don't recognize here. Gunwook, I don't remember you from Jellyfish Entertainment. Guvin, don't know if I remember you as well. Eugene, I do remember you. He's got a very distinct face. But some of the others, just off of their name alone, I don't think come to mind right away. Tede, I don't remember you either. That is a Wake 1 trainee, actually. You would assume they would get one in there. But okay, so, I mean, there's no big surprise just because I didn't have too much stake in it as I was only 4 or 5 episodes into the show. And you could healthily assume a lot of those would make it. But there are still some that I actually like that aren't on that list that I would assume maybe end up or have already ended up possibly in other groups slated to debut, because that's usually what happens here, as it did for Girls Planet as well. So let's just check out the music video for ZEROBASEONE's In Bloom. Unfortunately, I did not meet my deadline. Do I ever? Do I ever? Let's go. I like this digitized sound they went for. Nice and dreamy. Oh, there's our boy right there. Look at soft-faced Canadian boy, and there's him lip on the right. I love his vocals. Oh, okay. I didn't expect such a refreshing summer type song. Dude's got some eyebrows. The drum and bass backtrack has such great build-up. Is that the concept they're going for here? Kind of like a digital... This song has had understated, really beautiful vocal lines, but not like going crazy with them to where like they're hitting these nuts high notes. It's like these really smooth vocal slides and melodies. They're so nice. More technique than power is what I mean. And I love how they're giving everyone a lot of like face time. Like, this is your debut, man. This is as good of a debut song as you can kind of ask for right now in this climate of K-pop. Yeah, this with the him right here, bottom right now. Oh, I know your face. I know that face. It's kind of exactly what I wanted, though. You could have gone with your very prototypical. They could have come out with some really strong concept, this badass boy group concept. We're tough, we're hard, with a really heavy, bass beat. But they went for a more summer-leaning concept, very fresh, very bright, but not being cutesy. They couldn't. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to see them do that either. It's the kind of boy group song that when you hit these notes, for me, for like my taste of what I do like, it's like a special type of song. I like that they didn't go in with something hard, with like heavy, like elaborate rap lines where I don't even know. They had some rap lines in this. I gotta actually go back and really focus on those. But what I mean is they didn't make it to where it was this big bravado type song, and I liked that. I really enjoyed that they did that as their debut. Something a bit more between the lines and showed a bit more like tact in some ways. Let's check it out one more time. And if you're gonna start off with something so dreamy like this, even this butterfly is digital. They're in this really pretty looking greenhouse. That speedy drum and bass has such great build. Is that Yujin there up front? Remember his face always seemed very like triangular to me, like kind of pointy towards the bottom, you know? I love this. That Matthew also has like the sweetest, most genuine type of smile. That's why he was so likable on the show already. He feels so grounded. How those chimes go right and long in time with the beat. Awesome choreography that meets right perfectly in their positions. That's the thing with this show. There are two Hanbins, and both are really, really good. So I was assuming one was gonna make it. Flower breaking through the concrete. I'm ecstatic that this is their sound that they went with, at least for now. Man, he kills his part right here. Especially those eyebrows. Beautiful droning synth in the back. God damn it. That move right there, where they slide into position so smoothly. Where is this shot? This place looks so gorgeous. This greenhouse looking thing. Great fucking song. But they're gonna be performing up on the main stage. What are the songs they got? So they must have released an album alongside this. It wasn't just Stage Clear. It wasn't just, but it was backwards. Where in the digital world? So they must have released an album or something. First mini album, Youth in the Shade. What a pretty name too. So yeah, I guess they're gonna be performing a lot of those songs. Usually every artist gets like, you'd say maybe 3 songs to perform-ish, around that, except if you're one of the real big ones, or if you speed run it and don't take a single breath like ATEEZ, and then you can perform like 8 or 9. They are a sight to see, even at KCON. It's always like when I think of back when I used to go to festivals, whether it be Warped Tour or Bamboozle or what have you, it's always cool to see your group come on. So like when I went to KCON last year, it's like, oh shit, I was so excited for when Luna came on, because I'm like, in this huge show with so many different big artists, like that is the group that I root for the most. And it's like your kid going up there in front of everyone, and some people that might not know them or listen to them, you're like, oh, do your best. So it's kind of a different experience. At the same time, it's not like going to an actual show, to where like I had tickets to go see Idol in LA and couldn't make it, but I will be seeing them in LA at KCON. It's not going to be the same thing. They're not going to be performing their, you know, all their songs. It's only going to be like their 3 most popular songs. That's all you get. So they probably will perform, you would think, maybe 2 B-sides and also In Bloom. But I think it's a fantastic debut track for them. I don't have too many opinions, honestly, on the lineup, just because I was still in the stage of 90 plus freaking guys, just so many, that I was waiting for the fat to be trimmed to where I can start to focus on like the ones that are more likely to debut. And that's basically where we just got up to with like episode 5. But there are some like Matthew that I'm very happy to see on there that I expected to get on there, just with how likable he was and how much he was showcased. But there are some that were also given similar treatment that are not on this list. So we will see. But there's also a lot of is it like Yuhui? I forget how do you pronounce it, but that the Chinese company, that's like the same company as, is that the same company as like Everglow? I think. There are a lot of trainees from them, like a lot. That's pretty surprising. The Jellyfish and M&H and Wake One, Nest Management, Studio Glide. I don't know those two. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on their debut. You guys have sat with this for a while. I have tried my best to avoid it, and I did a pretty good job. This lineup was announced almost 4 months ago exactly, and I was only spoiled like 2-3 weeks ago on Ricky and nobody else. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the finish line with actually finishing the show, but we will indeed finish that show. So please join us on Patreon to experience that with me. We've got 4 episodes up now. We're going to speed run the elimination episodes because I know there's a lot of bloat on those, and we'll kind of just get to the real good bits and the performances and things like that. And all of Queendom Puzzle is up there now as well. That just finished literally yesterday. So join us for variety shows, album reactions, live stages, all the above. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.